Hey, I want to make a quick addendum to my previous video. I think it was about 3 minutes in, where I made this mention of something that I thought I was a little prideful about in the past. And, you know, I don't want people to be confused about what I said. That, I don't want people to misconstrue and think that what I meant by that was that I was proudful because I didn't doubt my salvation. Because look, Jesus Christ gives you eternal life, okay? Believing Christ isn't being prideful. It's just believing the God of the Bible, okay? What I meant to, say about what I thought I was being prideful over before was that, for a long time, I used to think that anybody, 100% of the time, any scenario, anybody who doubted their salvation, I used to think, like, oh, for sure, this guy's not saved, okay? And that's what I meant about that I was a little prideful over. Look, I don't want you to doubt your salvation, but I've come to learn that some people have these lapses of faith, and sometimes they doubt their salvation, and like I explained in the previous video, because either they just get bombarded with false doctrine immediately after they get saved, like the next day or the next week, or they're just going to some false church and they don't even know what the pastor believes, but he's just preaching these damnable heresies and lordship and salvation, all that stuff, and Calvinism. So look, yeah, I do believe it's possible for people to get sucked into false doctrine like that and doubt their salvation. And thank God I never did. But again, this is just an addendum, because, I don't want some weird person on YouTube thinking that, oh, this guy was talking about being prideful because he was assured of his salvation. And like, that's not what I was talking about. Okay. I have assurance of my salvation because of my faith in Jesus Christ, and the Bible tells me so, that I'm saved. Okay. And that Jesus Christ is able to save to the uttermost. And that I can know that I have eternal life. And so that's my little addendum. I pray that more Christians get grounded in the faith, and that they realize that, of course, you can't lose your salvation. That's stupid. Your righteousness comes from Jesus Christ. Your salvation comes from Christ. Eternal life comes from Christ. The born-again spirit comes from God. Like, it's once saved, always saved, because Jesus paid it all, and He justifies you from all things. So, even when you have lapses of faith, He is always faithful. Okay, He's always faithful. And He's never going to leave you nor forsake you. So don't let these wolves confuse you and attempt to devour you. Okay? Christ in you, the hope of glory. It's Christ in you, the hope of glory. It's not, maybe I'll do some works and bawl over my sins and maybe I'll have glory. No, it's Christ in you, the hope of glory.